My mission in life right now is to inspire others to live a life that they love, whatever that looks like for you. But I want to talk about a minute, like, how did I get here? How did I become a hypnotherapist, energy healer practitioner, being on this show, talking to you about how you can manifest? Hello, everyone. Welcome to Manifesting Your Heart's Desires. My name is Beth McGill, and I'm so excited to be here with you today. Especially, it's a new year, fresh starts, new beginnings. And what is it that you want to manifest in 2024? Because what I know is that you can manifest your heart's desires. You can be, do, or have anything. And so I love guiding you. I love serving. But I want to talk about a minute, like, how did I get here? How did I become a hypnotherapist, energy healer practitioner, being on this show, talking to you about how you can manifest anything you want? Well, first, it goes back to 1 year ago, last January, 2023, and I published my book, Allow Life to Happen and Receive Everything You Desire. Now, that book was so much fun to get out into the world because I had been on, a spiritual journey since 2017. And what I did in the book was I put everything into it that I've learned, because what the message was for me last year was that I wasn't supposed to keep this information. I was supposed to get it out into the world. And this is what God, Spirit, Universe, that's my term, God, Spirit, Universe, infinite intelligence, source energy, whatever you choose is perfect for you. But I believe that God, Spirit, Universe shared with me that I was supposed to share the information that I had been given and how to manifest and how to create a life and how to get answers and how to live in joy. So that's why I say my mission in life right now is to inspire others to live a life that they love, whatever that looks like for you. For me, back in 2017, when I started on my spiritual journey, I had one focus, one intention, and that was I wanted to understand, I wanted to feel what it was like to live in joy. Like, I had a successful business. Everything was really going well for me. However, I felt like something was missing, and I was desperate to figure out what it was. And the only word that I could put to it was the word joy. I wanted to find it. I searched for it. And as I've shared here before, for me, it was that first question, that first exercise, by setting my phone for 5 minutes, sitting quietly and asking, who am I? That started my spiritual journey. And that led me to have all of these answers that I'm now sharing with you. It's been a process. It's been 6 years of opening myself up, meditating, journaling, and being able to receive answers. So on October 27th of 2020, I woke up in the morning and I heard these words, allow life to happen. And later on in my meditation, I'd been meditating consistently for 2 years at that point. And I asked, what is this allow life to happen? I wanted to understand. And I received a message that Allow Life to Happen was to be the title of a book I was going to write. Well, I wasn't interested in writing a book. I was doing some other creative work, creating videos for my course called Live a Life You Love Now. And as I was working on that, I journaled it. I put it in my journal and said, I'll get back to that. I'll make a note of it. Yeah, I'm supposed to write a book someday. Well, then in January 15th of 2022, I received another message. Stop everything and write the book. And so I didn't know how to write a book. Like, I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know about the process. I didn't know even where to get started, actually. I didn't know anything about editing or any of that. And so I was pretty resistant. I wasn't on board totally. It's like, why do I have to write a book? Why me? And the message was clear that what had worked for me, what had brought me to living in this life of joy and bliss, would work for others as well. Now, there are many people out there teaching about manifesting, but I was told that my message would help others. And that's all it took for me to get fully on board. And I also received a message that I would be supported and I would be led to figuring out where the resources are that I would need in this process of writing a book. So that led me to then last January 24th of 2023, publishing my book, Allow Life to Happen and Receive Everything You Desire. And so then I thought, well, I'm sharing in a book, but not everybody loves to read. Like, I thought everybody would go buy the book, but it's true. Not everyone loves to read, and not everyone has the time to read. So that's when I decided this would be another avenue for me to share what it is that I'm learning, because that's what I'm here to do. Again, my mission is to inspire you to live a life that you love, to help you know that you can manifest anything that you desire. And I truly believe that. And I believe that we're all worthy of living this life. So for me, I was able to find this joy and find this bliss and be able to live in this state. And that's what manifesting is for me. And so I want to share with you 3 things that I think manifesting is. Manifesting for me is really a state of being. It's being in a state of joy and bliss. Like, it's not just finding joy in a few moments during the day. It's actually a state of being and being in joy and bliss often. The other thing that I think manifesting is a state of being in unconditional love. That's right. Letting the criticisms go, letting the judgments go, but being in a state of unconditional love. And I believe that manifesting it is also a state of being in alignment with your soul, the non-physical part of you that is always with you, always leading you, and always guiding you. That was just kind of revealed to me. So as I learn things, I'm still sharing them. But again, just to review real quick, manifesting is a state of being. It's a state of being in joy and bliss. It's a state of being in unconditional love. And it's a state of being in alignment with your soul, the non-physical part of you. So with that, what I'm sharing here is I'm sharing the new things that come up for me. For example, that little nugget that was revealed to me today. But I'm also sharing with you what I put in the book, knowing that someone can benefit, knowing that those nuggets, those exercises, everything that I went through on my spiritual journey will help others. I don't know who. I'm not a psychic, but I listen to my messages, my intuition, and I get knowing from God's spirit universe. Yes, this is what I'm supposed to be sharing. So this is what I'm doing. And I'm sharing those concepts that are in the book as well as things that come up that are new and fresh. So in the book, there are a few chapters. And I'm simply sharing, again, what's been given on my heart, what I've been led to share in the book that will hopefully inspire some of you to really go after your dreams and to know that you can do it, to know that you can achieve it. So number 1, of course, is becoming aware of your thoughts and your feelings. Number 2, letting go and forgiveness. Number 3, understanding energy. Number 4, using your imagination to create your reality. And number 5, really believing in yourself, loving yourself unconditionally. So those are the main things that I talk about here on the show. And as I've said before in some of the past episodes, I do look at the comments, and I would love comments, because your comments then give me feedback and give me information as to what questions you have about manifesting. And I've had a couple of comments recently, and there's a theme. So the theme is that some people are resistant about letting go. Like they think it's, I don't know, maybe it's supposed to be hard, but really letting go and forgiving others, I know there might be some resistance at the beginning, but when you really think about it, when you let go and when you forgive, it's all for you. Yeah, it's just so easy to let go, but it is. I know it might not seem like it, but it is. It's making that decision, making that commitment that you're in this for you, and making a decision to let the other person go, because the freedom is for you. Because look what happens when we're not letting go. What are you not letting go of? Would be my first question. Because if you're not letting go of something, was it what someone did in the past, what someone said in the past? You think they hurt your feelings, or perhaps they hurt you physically. If you're not letting go, like it's not happening right now. So if you're not letting go of something that happened in the past, it means you're not letting go of the memory. It happened in the past. So think about that. You're not letting go of the memory of something that happened. And you have complete control and choice in your life to let the memory go. Like you don't have to keep thinking about it. It's still your memory. It's in your past. It's not going to go away. It happened, but do you have to keep it fresh? Do you have to keep it new? Do you have to remind yourself of it every day? Maybe for some people, it's even more than that. Maybe it's every hour you're reliving something that happened to you. Well, you have the power, you have the choice, and you have the freedom to allow that memory to let it go. You have all that power within you. But then I know some people might say, but you don't understand, they really hurt me. And that brings me to another comment that I saw, that I read. And that was using the word trauma. Someone that was talking about the traumas that they had, and they were not able to rewrite, or they were not able to write the story of their life with them as the star, because they had this trauma. But again, a trauma is a memory of an event, and I understand it's a real thing, but you also have the power to let that memory go. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. It might not happen without professional intervention, but you have the power to let it go. And we look at the word trauma, it could be the loss of a parent for a child. It could be the loss of a child. Grief, I know, is very emotional. It could be physical or emotional violence. It could be sexual abuse or assault. All of these things are events or experiences that do affect us, but how long do we let them affect us? We, again, have the choice and the power to let them go. And yes, I've been on the receiving end of almost all of those things that I cited that trauma is, except for the loss of a child. However, I also know how much freedom and the letting go is, because you can talk about those things. You can experience them over and over, or you can choose to let them go. Now, the degree of help that you need is totally up to each individual. Some people see a psychologist. Some people need medication. Like everyone's resolution, everyone's solution is going to be different. And hypnotherapy is something that hypnotherapists have been assisting people to release trauma for decades, right? There are some hypnotherapists in the UK that specialize in helping victims, people that are experiencing PTSD, and it works. works, but it also works to the amount of belief that you have. Because as a hypnotherapist and an energy healer practitioner, what I have learned in this work is that whomever I am working with, they have to have a belief in their own healing. And again, it goes back to the very first chapter in the book, right? Knowing how to be aware of your thoughts and your feelings. If your belief system, if you're understanding that your belief system is important, if you understand that you have a choice, like you can choose a thought that you believe that this healing is going to work, or you can choose a thought and a belief that the healing is not going to work. Like all of that power is up to you. And that's the thing, right? So I love teaching about the law of attraction. I love teaching about manifesting. I love helping people to get to that point where they're living a life, being in this state of joy and bliss and unconditional love and being in alignment with their soul. Like that thrills me to teach this and to guide people to get there. Why? Because when you're in that state of joy and love and bliss and being in alignment with your soul, like the manifestations just come to you magically, but there might be work involved. And so I'm not saying that that work doesn't exist. I'm not saying that some people don't have trauma. They absolutely do. I understand it on a personal level. Do I talk about it? No, because I know the law of attraction will give me more of what I talk about. So I'm not going to talk to you about all of the horrible things that have happened to me in my life. Like it's not going to happen, because the law of attraction is simply responding to the vibration that I put out into the universe. And I'm very aware of that. So your degree of health, if this is you, and I don't know who I'm talking to, but if you have something that's holding you back, at least be open and willing to say, perhaps there's something for me out there that will help me. I believe that I can be helped. It's that self-talk. I believe that there's a solution to my problem. I believe that there's a healing in my future. I know that I can live a life in joy. I believe that I can overcome anything. I believe that I can be the star of the movie of this life starting today. Your thoughts and your feelings are so important. And I truly want you to know that solutions are available. Healing is available for anyone that believes. So my mission here in this show is truly to inspire you that you can manifest anything you want, especially joy, unconditional love, and alignment with who you really are. So there's one trick that I have found to be very powerful, and I don't think I've mentioned it here on the show anywhere before, and that is, if you have someone in your past that you can't, I won't even use the word forgive, that you can't just let go of, or maybe there's someone that is constantly annoying you every time you think of them, and you're in this vicious cycle, right? Like you think of them and it annoys you, and then it annoys you so much you can't stop thinking about them. Do you have anyone like that? If there's someone in your past or someone in your now, not your future, but in your present that is annoying you and you can't get them out of your head, or it's someone that did the hurt. It's someone that initiated this trauma in your life. It might be someone from your childhood here. And this is it's an exercise. It's free. Take it, use it. It's going to sound so simple. And because everything is energy, it is very profound. So take it, use it, and let me know how it works for you. This is it. You want to get a feeling of unconditional love in your heart. And it's best to do this first thing in the morning. But get a feeling of unconditional love in your heart and think of this person. Now, if you can't get that love in your heart and think about the person, then think of a little puppy or a little baby, something that you can't help but get that just the love when you think of that little puppy or little baby. Think of them and then think about that person and honestly send them love. Like imagine an indirect cord going from your heart to them, not expecting to get anything in return, but simply give from your heart, give from your emotion, give from your love, send it to them, not expecting anything in return, simply to love them. And when you do that, things will change. Things will change. And if you see that person, you will notice a difference. I've done this in my own life many times. And all I can say is, for me, it was very powerful. And I hope that it's very powerful for you, because I sincerely want you to be able to be living a life in joy, living a life that you love. And I know, I get it. I understand when there's pain and there's unforgiveness, you're not going to be able to move forward into this place of manifesting, this state of being that's so beautiful, that I wish that for you. And I wish that for you in the upcoming year. I wish it for you right now. So anything that I can do to help and support is what I do in my individual work. So I'm here to inspire you to let everything flow through my guidance to inspire you. I'm talking to the masses, let's say, but I understand that there are individuals that are experiencing pain and trauma and reliving it and remembering it. That's what I do in my individual work, is I help people to get through those blocks. I help people to get through the resistance and the negative energies associated with any other relationship. Now, I can't do that here, but that seems to be what some of the comments are about. So I wanted to address it. And if you want to have a conversation with me, that's something that I offer. I offer up to 60 minutes with me, absolutely free, to see how I can make recommendations, to see how I could help you. So if you want to have one of those conversations, just go to my website. It's there. And I'm here for you. And I'm here to help you in any way that I can in the upcoming year. And I will continue to share. I will continue to share what comes to me so that I will hopefully help you, benefit you in some capacity, because that truly is what brings me joy, to be of service and to make an impact in the world. And I will continue to do that in any way that I can. And I want to end with a quote today, another Albert Einstein quote, because he's kind of my guy. He says, "Never give up on what you really want to do. The person with big dreams is more powerful than one with all the facts." So pay attention to your dreams. Write down everything that you want and focus on your dreams. Focus on your goals and what it is that you desire for you, because you are worth it. You do deserve it. I know that you can achieve it. So with that, I'm going to let it go. And again, have a great day. Have a great week. Have a great year. But what really matters is the present moment, because that's where all creativity occurs. That's where we create whatever it is that we want to manifest. And remember what Bob Proctor always said, if you can think it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. So if you can think it and imagine it, it's yours. It's yours. All right, take care. Have a beautiful day.